Hey everybody, Rob Orgel with Silencer Syndicate, and I'm here with Eric from East Valley Tactical. We want to take a moment to talk about, what's the guy's name?
Luigi Mangione, I think.
That guy, his Mario's brother. We wanted to talk about what happened there. And, I think people are quick to make speculation, people are quick to make opinions, but I really like 72 plus hours, or 2 weeks or more go
hmm
by when we get to see the photographs of what was used, make sense of what happened, and then kind of predict what's going to come. So why do you think everyone thought it was a Station 6 pistol at first?
I think, people are used to seeing a gun cycle normally, right? In all the movies and TV shows and their own experiences. When you fire a gun, the slide goes back and forth on its own. Mm, that's not what happened with Luigi, right? In the video, you can clearly see the slide is not going on its own. He's having to manually rack it. And so people, I think, naturally said, okay, what gun did you have to manually rack? B&T Station 6 is a popular example, right?
My 2 cents is when I first saw that video, seeing that. So, those of you who don't know, I'm a firearms instructor. I work on this range 300 plus days a year. I've trained a lot of people, including specialty guys in Baghdad, Iraq. Um, Lots of experience in that department. And I don't know anyone who shoots and immediately fixes the malfunction.
hmm
Everyone shoots, they have to stop and identify. And it's like, ask somebody, what's their favorite color? They pause for a minute before they answer you. And it's
Yeah.
not even that simple. You have to stop, identify one of 3 or 4 malfunctions, then
Yeah.
go through the file folder, decide what to do, and then do it. This guy had no hesitation. As soon as he fired the first round, he immediately ran the slide and even
Mhm.
tapped the slide forward because he has experience with this weapon.
He expected it.
Totally.
Yep.
So at first, it's like something's wrong here and he knew it, or this is how this gun was intended to operate,
Mhm.
which is where I could totally see somebody saying, yeah, that's got to be a Station 6. That's got to be a something that
Mhm.
requires you to run the action. Because it looked like after that first shot, he just went right into fixing it,
Yep.
tapped it for it. And then I think after that, maybe one sort of cycled, it looked like, because
Yeah.
there was like a
More like a
pause.
short stroke, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a pause where he had to like fix it a little bit more intricately. And then
Yep.
after that, he was back at it, which now that we know much more, it looks probably like one of those Palmer 80 style
Yes.
Glockish type guns,
Yep.
homemade. And the silencer is a homemade looking silencer too.
Yep.
So, okay, what does that mean is going to happen next? What are they going to use to attack us with? Silencers are bad.
Exactly. You see that after every school shooting or any kind of public shooting, the government, the politicians, they immediately go to what happened, how can we regulate so it doesn't happen again?
Yeah, if only they made murder illegal.
Right, exactly. If only criminals listen to the latest regulations, right?
Right, right. And we've done a lot of good this year as we're wrapping up 2024. How many silencers are now in circulation? A
A
lot, a lot, a
lot.
lot, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, how many guys are like, oh, I'll wait for this regulation to pass, which may or may not ever happen. But now that it's in common use, the likelihood of us getting this, deregulation of suppressors, we're knocking on the door within the
Mhm.
next couple of years, I think.
Mhm.
And like I say this all the time, if you took one of these silencers and you throw it into a playground and walk away,
Mhm.
nothing bad is going to happen. This isn't a weapon. This isn't even a rifle magazine.
Mhm.
To what level could we deregulate these? And as wonderful as that would be, when stuff like this happens, it's absolutely going to be used as ammo against us.
Mhm.
But there's no law that is in existence or was in existence that would have or could be in existence that would have prevent what happened.
Yeah. And I think it's important as silencer enthusiasts, as gun enthusiasts, that we educate the public and support those who are educating the public of what was used, how it's different from the lawful silencer ownership that all of us support, right?
Wholeheartedly agree. And I think that's two-headed. I think that many of us now have silencers, or you're watching the channel and you're thinking about buying silencers, and we're starting to understand what they're for, how effective they are, and that you're not going to shoot a 5.56 rifle next door to somebody and have them not know, or in the other room.
hmm
Maybe some 22s and some 9 mils maybe, but by and large, silencers help a whole bunch, but they're not this Hollywood assassination type thing.
hmm
But the more we educate the masses, the more we have these conversations about why is silencers beneficial? What is the tactical advantage to a suppressor and how they're not murder weapons? I think that is something that's really going to help the world understand, which means it's kind of our responsibility now as events like this take place to say like, that's an illegal silencer.
Right.
There's laws in place. There's paperwork we have to do to magically make them legal that
hmm
he obviously did not do. So not only do we need to kind of share with our friends what we're learning about silencers and about how much more illegal that event was,
hmm
but also it's probably a little bit our responsibility to help invest that legal fight. Because how many of us are buying $1,000+ silencers? As we looked at that, there's like 800,000 people since I think it was 2021 and 2024 that have bought silencers. So they're all paying their $500 to $1,200. They're all paying their $200 tax stamp, all doing things right. Throwing a little bit of money at, like, I like NAGR a lot. I like GOA a lot, which ASA is
I
another
like
good.
ASA a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just throwing a couple bucks their way, 20 bucks, 50 bucks. They're the ones who day on, stay on are fighting this fight for us. They're the ones who are making silencers clear so fast for us, and they're expediting the process. So while we're enjoying our freedoms and having fun with our toys, it's probably a little bit our responsibility. And we're not associated, we don't get any of that money. We're not supporting anybody other than the community, which is what we do on the channel, what Eric is doing with his store, by being here and sharing his experiences. I think it's also our job to throw a couple of bucks towards the group of your choosing, and I like those three the most. You have another one?
Yeah, I think we covered it. I mean, there's plenty of out there, right? Do your research, find one that you want to support that's doing what you want to, publicly support. But I think if you stick with any of those three, a lot of good is going to get done. Those
Yep.
are the guys doing the groundwork, keeping our rights, as Americans, safe.
Yeah. Thing that sets us apart from so many other countries is our Second Amendment, and it's our job to fight for that. If you like these toys, you like being free, because that's the one amendment that protects every other one.
Yep,
All right, guys,
absolutely.
please consider like, commenting, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And also check out like NAGR, GOA, all those guys, and see if throwing a couple bucks their way can also help support our future gun rights and our children's gun rights. All right, guys, stay safe, and we'll see you in the comments.